Hey guys, what's going on? W here, and today in this video, as you could tell by the title, I was hacked. It sucked, and it was a pain in the ass process. But before I even get to the story, make sure you guys pause this video, make sure your stuff is locked up, make sure your shit is secured, and make sure you use different passwords for different things. You got two-step enabled, your recovery information is up to date, and everything's just accurate and just locked up the best it can get. So yeah, let's get right to it. So it started when I lost access to my Microsoft account. I was on my phone when I realized it happened. It kept asking me to put in my email, and I put in the password for my email, and I put it in, it wasn't working. So I get home, try to log in, didn't work, and I'm like, okay. So I try to log into my old Google account I have set up, and I wasn't able to log into that because that was my recovery email for my Microsoft email. So I do the forgot password, and I realized that the Google account, all its information has been reset. It was a different phone number, different recovery email, different everything. Two-step was enabled, so the hackers enabled two-step on my recovery account. And then probably used my recovery account to hack my Microsoft account. But yeah, so that sucked. So I called before I called Microsoft up, I went to try to recover my account, my Microsoft account. I filled out a recovery form, got access to it for probably like 5-10 minutes. I saw a bunch of password resets emails, and I was like, oh god, something's going on. And then I got locked out again. So the hackers changed the password, and eventually Microsoft locked me out from recovering my account, which sucked. I understand why they had that process though, but it wasn't much of a help in my situation. And what happened next was I called Microsoft up, told them what was happening, and then they basically told me, they were like, Microsoft support was a pain in the ass to work with because I got transferred to multiple departments first of all, so wasting time with that. And then once I got hold of someone, they were like, well, you have to wait 24 hours before you could try accessing your account. And I was like, well, are you serious? You guys can't do anything? Like, because I don't want these hackers having access to my account for 24 hours. Like, no, we can't do anything, sorry. And later on I found out from Xbox support they could have suspended my account, but anyways, it already happened, shit's done. So but yeah, so I figured, well, I might as well wait 24 hours and try to do the thing again. So I wait, try to recover. Finally a day goes by, and I try to figure out also on my computer, because when it started happening I was like, okay, I probably have a virus on my computer if I got ratted. So I look for a task manager, no rats, do a virus scan, shows clean. I look in the registry, it's all clean, so I'm confused on how they got my info. And later on I found out it was a leaked database that they got my info on, and which was an outdated database. It was old. They just had access to old accounts and got access to it. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Make sure your stuff is secure, even if your old abandoned accounts. If you're not going to use it, delete it or just detach it from any modern accounts that you use. So the big issue that I did was, I'm a dumbass. I did not jump on the situation right away. I was more kind of curious and see how many they were doing it, and I've had this happen before. I've been hacked, as you guys know. Like, what was it, like 2013, 2012, I ran that Minecraft server, got hacked non-stop. Hackers were always on me, and what's funny is these kids who were hacking me while Minecraft players, who I had no idea who they are, and I barely log in this game, so it was kind of caught me off guard a bit when it happened. But I didn't jump on it. I was more kind of like looking. What I should have done was, once when I saw this happen, just change all my information, just block out whatever I could. But it wasn't until later on I started doing that. So yeah, so I wait 24 hours, try to log in, do the recovery form, do it. I get an email saying that the information was similar, but two-step hasn't enabled on my Microsoft account. So the recovery form was basically useless. So they said since two-step is enabled, the recovery form won't work. So I called Microsoft up again, and when I googled up the Microsoft support number, it gave me this tech support spammer number, and I did not realize it at the time because I was kind of like trying to get my stuff back, you know. And I called them up, and they're like, oh, I see your account suspended and stuff. And I thought that was kind of weird because I was like, my account didn't get suspended, maybe they did something. And then he's like, we probably have some sort of virus on your computer, and you have to download our software to do it. And I know Microsoft doesn't tell you to download stuff. And I was like, I don't think you understand. My info got leaked on a leaked database, so it got leaked somewhere else. And the guy's like, I know that, but like, he started getting like very aggressive, and he's like, but you have to download the software and pay for it. And I just hung up at that point. I'm like, are you serious? So do expect a prank video. I'm gonna probably call that guy up again and start messing with him due to him wasting like 10-15 minutes of my time. So I called the real Microsoft number this time, and I told them what happened. I told them that they said that I should wait before doing it because I was locked out and I had to wait 24 hours. and now that two-step is enabled, I can't recover it. So they transfer me to like non-stop department transferring. Like I call someone to listen and be like, oh, this department will be able to help you out. And I kept getting thrown back and forth departments. It was a big loop that I kept going in. I thought that was pretty annoying that no one really knew what to do. But yeah, so anyways, someone gets and looks into the issue, and then like, oh, we have to go through a account specialist kind of thing that they had, and they tell me to fill out this form online, and they can only do it by email. So I do that, and that was a pain in the ass process because they would respond to me with like these links, like reset your password recovery form, stuff I was already told to do, and they want understanding of my situation. I made a long email and report clearly stating it, and then later on I eventually, because some companies were not helping me out, so when I filed a police report again about the situation, all of a sudden they wanted to help me. So that's one thing, guys. If you get hacked, file a police report. Police might not even do much about it, but if you can show the companies that you got, or these people that you got a police report, they'll likely help reset your account because it's more accurate, and they might even look a little bit into it themselves. But anyway, so Microsoft was kind of a pain, and yeah, so they told me to do that. So while I'm waiting for emails and stuff to come over 24-hour periods, keep responding and telling them updates, I go to this graduation that was going on with my brother, and I come home, and my phone starts beeping, and I'm like, what the hell? I never set an alarm, so I turn it off, and I realize, wait a second, and I look at it again, and it's finding my iPhone. So now they hacked into my iCloud account, and I'm like, oh shit. So I turn off my phone, and for those of you guys who don't know how Find My iPhone works, if you lose your iPhone, it's great because if someone stole it, you can actually, if you look at videos, people stolen phones or whatever, and you trace them, find iPhones, you can see cops arresting them. It's pretty funny. But you can track the phone where it's at, and you can make it beep if you lose it. Like when I lose it in the house, I might make it beep, and I can find it. Or you can erase it, and my concern was that they're going to wipe my phone, and there goes all my shit. So I turned it off, backed it up, and it remained off for that whole period. But I called up Apple, and they were closed because it was late at night. So I wait until morning comes, I set an alarm up, and I go call Apple once they open, and I'm like, my stuff has been hacked, my iCloud has been hacked, they've been making my phone ding, and yeah, if they can help reset it. So I've been moving everything. Also on a note, there's a lot that has been happening, so I'm just going to kind of explain it the best I can. But I move all my stuff to this Yahoo account, which I never used. It was just kind of there. I used it for some things, but it was just kind of that account I had. So I moved everything there, enabled two-step on it, but somehow Yahoo's two-step system is not secure at all, and the hackers were actually able to get access to that account. And I moved my Skype account to it because I think they did go on my Skype account, if I recall. So I changed all the info on that so they wouldn't go on it. But they must have saw the email that got sent of it being changed to the Yahoo one, so they probably hacked my Yahoo account, and then they got access to my Skype account, and then they began calling all the people they've hacked. And just a lot of stuff they were calling because I had Skype credits linked to my account, and they called my sideline number, which I don't know how they got that. I don't think they would get my cell phone number, but the side. If you guys don't know what sideline is, it's an app you can get on your phone, and it's like one of those second phone numbers. It's usually a phone number I would probably give out to some people who I don't want to have my real phone number. But yeah, so they call me on that, and they just like do threats, like saying like you better do this or stuff like that. They left voicemails on it. I didn't notice until later on, but that number has been reset to something else now. But yeah, so I call Apple in the morning. I told them what happened, and I told them to send it to this Yahoo account. But later on that day, they hacked it. So I had to call Apple up again and tell them to reset the activation link, because they would send you a reset link. After they saw what was going on, they were going to send a reset link to an email, and I said to the Yahoo email, so I told them to send it to a new email, which I made, and I made a bunch of emails. I made like at least like 10 email accounts, and just began moving accounts to those and moving them to other emails, and it was a process that was a pain, but they all had two-step on. But yeah, I told them to move to this new email. So day goes by, go on that, like once it came, Apple calls me saying, you know, the email has been sent, we can help you through. So I get that reset, get my account back, and then Apple tells me how I can enable two-step. They make sure my information's all up to date, and then they lock that account down. So two-step is now all on that stuff, guys. Like two-step verification is the best thing. Like, I mean, unless they get to they physically get your device, it's going to be almost impossible for them to get your accounts, and unless they can physically hack the servers themselves, it's gonna be pretty tricky. But anyway, so I look at some of my old Gmail accounts because I figured, well, maybe they hacked those and maybe I should lock those down. And I go on them and I just see emails saying like your account has been hacked, but we blocked it. So they never blocked the recovery email, but they probably noticed something fishy was going on. And so they got access to one of my accounts, but all the other ones were locked up, and I didn't really care for the stuff they hacked. I mean, was like Minecraft accounts, like some maybe Minecraft sites that I don't even go on anymore. Like it was like stuff that I just it was just like Minecraft related stuff. Like I don't really care much. Like and then the information they had was outdated. So I mean, I don't know why they still use that info against me, but I don't know why they should they could have gotten my info off my iCloud account. It was more accurate at that. I don't know why they didn't do that, but anyways, so Google has an odd support unless you have the paid Google accounts. There's no phone number to call. You have to go through this Google form, and people on there are able to help me out. Some because people talk to Google and help I'll get that stuff back. And yeah, that's basically how it was. It took over months, I'd say this happened like 3 or 4 months ago, and it took over 1 to 2 months for everything to be fully settled and all sorted out. And I mean, they still have accounts, they still have other stuff. I don't know if they use them enough. So if you guys get any weird messages from something, it's not me. But yeah, I don't even understand what the purpose of this was. Like, they seemed like I looked into it also. It seemed like they hacked a bunch of other people, and actually some of the accounts, when I got them back, I just see like multiple hacking squads like at wars with each other. So I just blocked everyone, kind of just deleted all that stuff, and kind of either took the account back, abandoned the account, or deleted it, depending on how much of an importance it was to me. But yeah, I mean, I don't post anything online. I don't save stuff to the cloud that I do not want public. So I mean, like, sure, they might see some Facebook information. Sure, they might see this stuff. But I mean, I don't really care. Like, I post it out to the public for a reason, and I don't really mind people seeing it. So they don't want to see something. I don't even save stuff that it's just guys, don't post stuff that you don't want people to see online, because if it is hacked, it will be seen. Just common sense. I mean, I should have been smarter with my security on my accounts, so I will blame myself for this issue. If I would have had two-step enabled, if I would have had randomly generated passwords or just different passwords on different websites, this probably wouldn't happen, because I only would have gotten access to maybe one account. I would have had access to those recovery accounts and got back. And I always thought, what happens if my recovery account gets hacked? Well, you kind of get screwed. So I mean, make sure, especially your recovery accounts, guys, make sure that's all secured. And make sure that everything is linked up to your phone, because your phone can be a really powerful device when everything is locked up. You just don't want to lose it, but you can really lock your stuff up with that. And the only harm is if you lose your phone, you probably lock yourself out of your account. So that's how secure this stuff is. But anyways, so when they got on my Skype, they added my friend to, or they didn't add my friend, but they added all my contacts to all these chats and stuff. And I was watching this because my friends were showing me what was going on, because one of my friends came over to my house and he's like, dude, you getting hacked? Because they called him on Skype with a voice changer pretending to be me. And then he was asking me if I was doing these things. And I was like, yeah, how did you know? And he's like, well, I think they might be listening to you. And I'm like, oh shit. So I first unplugged my computer from the internet, and I start looking through report viruses again. I couldn't find anything. So if you guys know what happened or how they were able to do this, please put it in the comments. My theory is that either they had something on my computer that I downloaded, but I did not notice it, and they hid it from viruses. They probably crypted it, and that they had it on my computer running, or they somehow had access to an account that had access to my microphone, some social media account, and they were using that to listen to me. I don't know. But yeah, and what was weird was I haven't downloaded anything within 3 weeks before this happened. So the last thing I downloaded was called Grab a Tube, and it was like, if you guys don't know what that is, it just downloads videos off YouTube. So I was going to download some of my videos as backups. And one thing is, always back up your stuff, because all the accounts I lost access to, I had backups of. I had backups of my contacts, I had backups of the emails. So in the end, I didn't lose much. Like, I don't care about the account really. I just make new accounts, but I still have the data on those accounts. So that's what really mattered with me. But yeah, support wise, Xbox support, I contacted them later on about my Microsoft account, because I went to the local store that's around my area, and I told them what happened, and they filled out a case report or something, and they hooked me up with Xbox support. And Xbox support actually called me, explained what happened, and they asked me some questions also, and then explained what could happen to my account and what can possibly be done, and I was happy. I'm not gonna really say what happened, but it all went good. I was happy. I got my shit moved to a new account, and yeah, that's what happened with my Xbox support. Xbox support was awesome. So like, if you guys have any trouble, don't call Microsoft support or Windows support. Call Xbox support, and if it's something account related, they'll be able to help you with that. If it's Windows, well, I don't know if they can help you with that, but yeah. So Xbox support was awesome. Apple support was awesome. I know some people are gonna hate me for that, but I mean, personally with me, I like some Apple products. I mean, if you don't like them, cool. If you like something else, that works. I don't really care. But yeah, and then Google's forum, the people on there were helpful. They were able. It was kind of a painful process, but yeah. But also what happened was I also called PayPal, and they were helpful. They were probably the best ones ever to contact, because they were just like, we'll lock your account. You know, everything was just kind of done. They even were able to give me information on the people who were going after my account. And yeah, so PayPal was awesome, and they could not access my PayPal account, and I don't think they could have accessed my bank, because PayPal said someone did try to access your account, but they weren't succeeding. So, and the reason why that was because I had a completely different randomly generated password, and I locked up my money stuff securely because I did not want anyone access to it, and it works. So I mean, I'm going to try this all out on my new accounts and see how it goes, and yeah. And in the end, you know, I got what I wanted back, or what I cared about back, and anything that they have, I don't really just care about, you know. It's just stuff I just don't care. Like, I don't understand why people would do this in the first place. It was a waste of start of the summer, I guess. It was a waste of their time, a waste of my time. They wanted like $2,000 of Bitcoins sent to them, and they didn't get it, and they got spam. What they got was spam accounts or stuff I just didn't care about, like. And what I got from it was I learned that I'm a dumbass. I should have secured my accounts, and I should have been, you know, more cautious of my info, and should have been aware if there's been any database leaks on that info or not. So, and the info was leaked. I was old. I was shocked I wasn't hacked quite sooner, like probably a few years sooner. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description, as I said, where you guys can put in your email or username, and it will check to see if you've been leaked, or if that website on those accounts has been leaked. But in the end, like, I don't even understand why people would do this. I mean, like, if they hacked me and they were like, bro, we hacked you, your information's leaked, we'll give you your accounts back, you know, and they're gonna say, like, you know, make sure you enable two-step and all that, I'll be cool with that, you know. I mean, if people hack, like, child, like, pornography sites, or just like these websites out there what these people have, I'm cool with that. I don't really mind, because, you know, you're helping someone out. You know, even swat them if you want to, because they have illegal stuff, they're gonna get arrested. It's pretty easy, you know. But I mean, if I was actually thought that I was gonna get swatted, or pizzas were gonna be sent to my house or something, but I mean, that didn't happen. But I mean, like, I don't even understand what the point of this was. I don't even know who they were. It was just kind of like a random attack. So I don't know if it's just a bunch of people that attack random people. And looking at some of the stuff I got back, they've gone after quite a bit of people. But I mean, yeah. But I mean, guys, make sure that you guys enable two-step on your account. Make sure your stuff is locked down. You know, I know I've been saying it multiple times, but really make sure it is locked down and not possible to be accessed by someone else. Because I mean, if I had that, you know, it wouldn't have happened. So be sure to check out that link in the description to make sure if your info has been leaked or not. And if it has, probably change all your stuff if you haven't already. And yeah, if you guys want to see more videos of me doing stuff, me probably doing stories of stuff that has happened in my life, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below. And also be sure to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I'm just gonna call it here. So peace.